What's up, everybody? Trey Griggs here, founder and CEO of Beta Consulting Group, for another edition of Standing Out. And today we are live at the 2023 TIA Capital Ideas Conference and Exhibition in Orlando, Florida. That's right. All the trade shows this year are in Orlando. Happy Thursday to you out there. Hope the freight is flowing. Maybe the cigars are smoking and that you are having a great day. Listen, we have a lot of fun things happening here at TIA. Over 1,900 attendees this year. It breaks a record. That's pretty tremendous. Today, I got to go to the Women in Logistics Luncheon, which was phenomenal. There's so many good things happening here. The exhibit hall is about to open up here in about an hour and a half. I think there's about 90-something exhibitors, so it's a huge room full of exhibitors. And again, just a lot of great stuff happening. So if you're not here and you're a freight broker or you're in logistics tech, you need to be here because this is the place to be. There is no doubt about that. So got a great show today. We also have Word on the Street live tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow's Friday. It's Finish Strong Friday, everybody. And that means we have another episode of Word on the Street. That's going to be at noon tomorrow. We got the street crew right here in Orlando with us. It's going to be another live show from here. So make sure you come back tomorrow at noon Central for Word on the Street. All right, listen, we got a great show today. We've had some great shows this week. We had our first golf podcast on Tuesday. Today we got Mike coming on the show in just a minute. And next week we got a Corey Shearer and my good friend Dan Lewis from Convoy. We've got some great shows next week on Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Central each day. Today's a different show because we're at TIA. We had to do that. All right, so let's talk about today. I'm so excited for our guest who's coming to us all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia, made us all the way down here to Orlando, and he's on the show today. Please welcome from SPI Logistics, Mike Mikulik.
Hey,
what's up? Good to have you, man. Thanks for being on the show. I know. Have you been coming to the TIA shows in the past? Like,
oh man, 2017, first one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Actually, my first one would have been Palm Springs.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So 6 years. That was.
I love that.
We won the golf tournament that year. That was a great year. I know. That was a great year. It's really good. So what have you enjoyed so far about the show? Being
it's
here?
The people, man.
Yeah.
It's the people. Every time you come here, you meet new people. You learn something new. I like listening to the market out there, market reports.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's up in an influx. So
some guy just carrying a big old TV just right there like he's stealing the thing. There's a lot of stuff happening here. That you don't see that every day. There's
not too many conferences you can come to.
Yeah.
And get the education, get the motivation.
Yeah.
And just meet key people. I love it. It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
Like, people here are willing to talk and collaborate, to share their success.
That's something new because, probably 10 years ago, for freight brokerages in particular, the feeling was, hey, we can't give you our secret sauce. We can't give away what we're doing. I think people have come to realize that you're just moving freight. It's pretty much the same. There's not a whole lot of, there might be a few things, but there's not a whole lot of secret sauce, right?
That's true. Everyone has their own secret sauce. People are usually reluctant to share it, but you know
what?
Right. Work with good people. Work with professionals. Anyone who's part of the TIA has a code of ethics.
Yeah.
They're good people, man.
Incredible organization. Yeah, they're doing a great job. Okay, so tell everybody real quickly a little bit about SPI Logistics and what you guys specialize in.
All right, so we're based out of Vancouver, Canada. People might think we're just a Canadian-based company, but in fact, 90% of our business is in the U.S. We're strictly an agent-based model. So we have about 70 agents throughout our network, varying in size from small to large. And we offer the best-in-class support, trying to help them manage their business, help them grow, give them the tools to succeed, and investing heavily in technology for them. So it's definitely the place to be.
So you're in Canada just for the universal health care.
Guys, everybody thinks our health care is such an amazing thing, but really,
well, I'll tell you a funny story. My wife and I honeymooned to Vancouver. I think I told you the story. But then during there, we went to Sioux, went to Point Resort up there. So shout out to them up there in British Columbia. But we had to actually go to the doctor when we were up there. We had a little issue, and it was not the most pleasant experience being a foreigner, especially. But
they charge you for it.
I don't even remember. It was the time more than the money. It took a long time to get in.
So that's the issue. We get free health care, but you got to wait.
That's right. You got to get in line.
You got to wait a year.
Okay. Well, let's not. We don't need to go into that so much. But we do have a special announcement. Some of you may have seen it on LinkedIn today. We put a couple of things out there. But, it's really important to have great partnerships in this industry. And I love partnering with great companies, doing great things, helping great people out. And so we're excited to announce that as of right now, SPI Logistics is the sponsor of Standing Out. And I'm so excited.
I brought a tattoo, man. I was going to get your SPI tattoo.
Well, listen, I did come bearing gifts. All right. Cool. So I've got a couple of things for you here. So first of all, I've got this is a Beta Consulting Group quarter zip.
Sweet.
This is for you, and I got one for Zach as well.
Awesome.
Zach Williams, shout out to Zach Williams. Yep. So you get one of those as well. So you guys can wear that around the office. Yep. It's gonna be a little bit smaller. And then I also got one of these for you as well. I can get you guys a second one. I didn't know how many of you guys drink coffee. But we actually got you a Standing Out Beta Consulting Group mug.
Great.
So there you go. So if you drink coffee, hot chocolate, there you go with that. All right.
I
So.
was going to give you a 10.
No tattoos. I tend to stay away from those a little bit. I mean, the real ones, because I'm not really into pain. No pain. No pain. That's what I'm all about. So anyway, so I'm excited to partner with you guys. Had a chance to learn about your business, but I'm not the first podcaster that you guys have sponsored. So talk a little bit about your podcast strategy. You've been working with Chris Jolly started with, and Blythe Brumleve, the great Blythe Brumleve, is in the crew as well. And now I'm just honored to be a part of the SPI
you guys are the key
podcasting team.
influencers in this space, and you know what? Met Chris last June at the TMSA. You were there as well.
Yeah.
You didn't get a chance to talk.
Yeah.
And we were looking to build our own podcast, and
we did a show together at the TMSA. I don't know if you know, but we did a mashup show. We kind of had fun with that. And but yeah, he's doing great things. Yeah.
He helped us a lot. We were going down a wrong path with our marketing company, and we're going to do it on our own, but we're like, we don't want to do it. And it was just perfect to partner up with the right company who has a following base.
Yeah.
And all we want to do, I mean, we're not trying to oversell SPI, because at the end of the day, it'll sell itself. We wanted to get awareness to those in the market who are interested in an agent-based model. Perhaps they're a salaried salesperson who want to go on their own and build their own business.
Yeah.
I just think there's nobody talking about it. And the other thing is, no one's putting agents out on their show to explain the whole journey that they've been through from start to finish. I mean, some of these guys have seen huge success. Others have taken a little bit of time building the success up. But I think sharing the journey and educating people is going to help them in their minds make some decisions.
Well, and what I loved about what you guys are doing, and I've got several friends in the industry who are working at freight brokerages, that we've had these conversations where they're like, man, I think I want to go out on my own, but it seems overwhelming. Like they could definitely sell. That's their thing. But everything else that comes along with starting a freight brokerage might not be their thing, where they become an agent, they get a lot of that back office support and things they don't have to deal with, setting up their MC, getting the bond, all those things that go into it are taken care of. And they can just do what they do best, which is sell freight.
And a lot of these guys are great at selling freight and finding carriers to book it. And a lot of people get bogged down with the back office support when it comes to billing, collections, getting paid. I mean, you get stuck with one bad debt from a customer.
Right. Especially if you're small.
Absolutely.
I mean, one mistake when you're small could be the end.
Absolutely.
And so I'm excited about that. Again, I got a lot of friends who are making those discussions, talking about that. And since I became an entrepreneur, like I almost feel like this, I guess burden we'll call it, to encourage people to become entrepreneurs and take a little more control of their life, build the life they want, build the schedule they want. We know that freight, obviously the schedule is what it is, but have a little bit more autonomy and have what you want in life, because I think there's a lot of joy that comes from that. And, companies like yours are allowing people to do that and stay in their sweet spot, which I think is really valuable.
And if someone's an entrepreneur and has that mindset that they want their own business, this is the best business to get into. I can't tell people enough. Where do you go? You don't take on any financial risk whatsoever.
Right. The barrier to entry is really, really low.
Exactly.
If you're a hustler, if you can sell, it's a great opportunity.
It's an agency model where you're betting on yourself and your skills as a salesperson, the skills as a dispatcher and operations person. If you have those skills, you can bet on yourself and do it. I'll tell you, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, and and I know quite a few agents out there in the industry. I've had a chance to actually go to a couple of other different companies with their agent retreats, and when you talk to agents, they're so happy. Like they love what they do. They love their schedule. Like I've rarely met a successful agent who isn't just like loving life, because they get to, again, stay in their sweet spot and not to deal with all the crap, that everything else goes into it. There's a lot to like about that. And so it's really exciting.
It's exciting. Yeah. It's a great business. I mean, looking back, I probably should have done this myself years ago.
I love the fact that you guys looked around the room and said, what do we do? And like, well, let's sponsor a podcaster. I don't know if this will work, but you tried it. And you got some good results.
Getting good results. We're getting brand awareness. So people, who are interested in it are contacting us saying, listen, I think I might be good at this.
Right. Talk me through it. What is it like?
But then they listen to a lot of our agents who have been on that journey, and some of them, face challenges. They talk about the challenges.
Right.
The lessons learned.
Right.
I think our agents are the ones that really are selling the whole agency program to everybody else.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Now you're at TIA, you're actually speaking here, right? So what are you doing? What do you got going on?
So I'm the chairman for the shipper committee.
Okay.
TIA. So we work with a bunch of shippers, obviously. Join that network along with some brokers and carriers. And what it really is, it's just it's a collaboration. We're learning from each other.
Yeah.
So when we go and talk to shippers, now we understand what's important for them. And it's been phenomenal.
And that's tomorrow morning, right?
Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m.
Okay. 8 a.m. So if you are here at TIA and you're catching this on Rewind or maybe even live, make sure you come back tomorrow 8 a.m. early. It's like right after breakfast, right?
Right
after breakfast is 7 to, so it's right after breakfast. So yeah, make sure you come and check it out.
awake too.
What's something that someone can learn from that session?
You know what's interesting? That's a really good question, because I think what we've all learned as being members of the TIA from the shippers is that being a member of the TIA has a lot of value to shippers.
Yeah.
They want to deal with people that are ethical, but the big thing is there's so much good that comes from the TIA, just what you learn and sharing with the shippers, that they want to deal with TIA members. And we're working on marketing material within this committee to actually give to all the members, so they can actually promote their TIA membership to their customers. So the customers see value in that.
And outside of TIA, there's really no standard. There's really no like ethical, moral code that goes into it. It very much kind of governs the industry, or at least what's expected, which is good. It's interesting because I've been around TIA for a long time, but I didn't even really know that they had a shipper kind of arm, right?
It just started actually. Where did it start? Actually, it started in Orlando. Actually, it was here.
Oh yeah, back in 2017. I think it was.
Who was it?
2018.
Yeah, it was.
No, 2019. 2019.
What's his name? Jeff from Chop Tank.
Jeff Turner.
Jeff Turner started.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I remember like being in the audience going, "This is phenomenal. I want to join this committee." There's so much good that can come out of it.
Yeah.
And then so I joined the committee, and I was working on the background of it, and I'm just passionate about it. And then all of a sudden, what was it? Late last year, they said, "Hey, do you chair it?" They take over and chair it.
Yeah.
And now we're taking it from here, and we're taking it to a whole other
now,
level.
do you have shippers who are going to be here tomorrow on the panel?
Absolutely.
So it's not just brokers talking about shippers.
No brokers.
It's actually shippers talking about what they like in a partner, what they look for in a carrier, what problems they have, stuff like that. Is that what?
Basically, it's all shippers. So we're gonna have 3 shippers. We're gonna have Rob Savage, Mike Mikulik, and JJ Jones.
Yeah.
They all come from different companies.
Nice.
The cool thing about it, they've actually been part of this committee for quite a while.
Yeah.
But it's all about they basically want to take that time and educate us on what's important to them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like everyone's going to come out of there with something very valuable. It's going to help you.
Yeah.
In all our roles in sales and just as companies being easier to do business.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you've been around through the old leadership of TIA, now with Ann Rinke taking the lead. What have been some of the good changes, some of the biggest impacts that she's made on the organization so far?
So positive. Like she's so positive. She's willing to put herself out there to help the members. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And she's just got a great open door policy. I value that a lot.
Yeah, and I think that she's willing to try new things, like the shipper panel. I think they also had they're doing
drayage and port.
Yes, the drayage and port people here. They're also doing the truckers against trafficking. So bringing a truck in to talk about that, which is a really cool thing. They're going to be having one of the big trucks in here that does a lot of work in that regard to try to unfortunately, trucking is a big means by which trafficking occurs, human trafficking. So she's doing that. She brought in a marketing person who's doing Instagram lives and all kinds of different things and promotional stuff. So it's exciting to be in an environment where you can try new things. So yeah, I think this is a good idea.
Absolutely. She makes everybody feel welcome. It makes everybody feel like they're part of it.
Yeah, she's great. And I got to sit by her at the Women Logistics Luncheon today. And it was just cool to see all these women in there celebrating, what their impact is on the industry, and for her to go up and share a message. It was just neat to see. I got 2 girls. I got 2 daughters, so I'm all about that kind of stuff.
I think it's great. She's done amazing, and she's empowered her team. Like I work really close with Jonathan Baker and Chris Burrow. Solid guys to work with.
Yeah.
So they've been empowered to do what they need to do to make things happen.
Decent golfers as well. Chris was on my team whenever we play in the tournament. Although we got shut out this year, we didn't get to play in the tournament. I had to put up my own event together on Tuesday.
I'm not listening to this right now.
Well, it wasn't Chris's fault, but it happened. So we'll have to address that. For next year. Yeah, we're working on a golf committee for TIA, so this doesn't ever happen again. So that's kind of the direction that we're headed. Okay, so I gotta throw it a different direction. So you're Canadian. What's the best thing about being Canadian?
Well, it's not the healthcare as that everybody
What else? What else besides that?
You know what? I just think we're just easygoing people. We're pretty happy-go-lucky people.
Yeah.
All about relationships.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you, it's all about relationships and caring and taking care of people.
Yeah.
Plus, we got great maple syrup.
You do have good maple syrup. That's true. It's kind of a different vibe. I think British Columbia, to me, is one of the most beautiful places.
It is.
And, probably the world, but I haven't traveled the world, but certainly in North America. Like it's remarkable.
You say that because I'm born and raised in Vancouver.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I always thought I want to move away from it. And then every time you travel to a different place and you fly back into Vancouver,
you're like,
you see the North Shore, you realize you're in one of the most beautiful places.
Yeah. We went over to Victoria Island, which is a little west. It's about a 2-hour ferry ride, I learned, because I had to take a car over there. And that whole area there, like we got the Puget Sound from Seattle coming up, and then right into Vancouver Island. Just an absolutely remarkable place.
It is gorgeous. Yeah. I can see why people come and they move there.
Yeah.
people come and move from places to Vancouver.
Yeah, specifically on the West Coast, I bet. Californians or Oregonians.
The
Yeah.
thing is, it's just expensive.
Is it really?
Cost of living is expensive. Housing is expensive.
Well, that's true here too. Now it's kind of the way it works. So,
insane.
yeah. Okay. All right. Listen, we got to have a little fun on the show every day. We have a little bit of fun. Today we're celebrating a national day. We all like to do this on the show.
Okay.
Some of them are obvious,
Yeah.
like Easter, Good Friday, whatever it might be. Some are not so obvious, and some are kind of silly. Do you know what today's national day is?
It's scaring me though, man.
You don't have to be scared. Sometimes we give. Okay, so today's national day is. All right, so it's National High Five Day. So I guess, yeah, there you go. There you go. There's a high five. I'm feeling the need for speed. Like, okay, kind of. I think I may have hit your butt. That's weird. That's awkward. But National High Five Day. Did you ever have a friend growing up where you guys had like a special handshake?
Yes, I did.
A couple of those.
Now I can't remember it.
Yeah, I know. My daughter and I have kind of a fun handshake that we do. That's been pretty fun. She's 13. We have a good time with that. But it's National High Five Day, everybody. So go give somebody a high five today. Make them smile. See, that one's not so bad. Some are weird. That one was not so bad.
What was the weirdest one you had?
Oh gosh, the weirdest one we had.
Poor guy on here too, right?
We had one. I can't even remember it now, but it was like, the whole name of it was just very odd. I can't remember. It's probably 2 or 3 weeks ago that we did it. Some of them are just odd, but whatever. I don't know who's coming up with these national days because it's almost like they got to fill, make sure they have it. National Corn Dog Day.
It sounds like National Dog Day comes up like once a month, man.
Well, that's just dog lovers being a little overzealous. But anyways, National High Five Day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Also, we like to do something called the random question of the day. Now, listen, this question is so random. I have not seen it. So, again, it could be a good question. It could be a dud. Might be funny. Might be serious. I have no idea. Let's see. What is today's random? All right. So, what's your most embarrassing moment in grade school? Like, that's not a bad question, but most embarrassing.
When we're sitting there, I'm in my 40s. That was a long time ago.
That was a while ago. I don't know about embarrassing. Well, I did. Okay. I got a couple. So in 3rd grade, we were doing the seating chart, and I got a little upset because I really wanted to sit by this girl named Abby. And I did not get to sit by her. And I told the teacher, and everybody heard me say, because I like Abby. And in 3rd grade, that's like a death sentence right there. Like, whoa, just because kids can't be mature. That was pretty embarrassing. I also lost my first tooth in 4th grade at indoor recess. My buddy Kurt Snow, Kansas City, shout out Kurt Snow. He tied a string around it and helped pop it out. It was 4th grade. It was very late. I still have 2 baby teeth.
Really?
And one of my kids is missing 3 adult teeth. They're going to have baby teeth as well. So we're a little late on the tooth, but it's kind of silly, but it was kind of embarrassing at the time because I'm 4th grade. Half the kids already had all their teeth gone. Like they had their permanent teeth in. I'm losing my first one. So how about you? Did you have a embarrassing moment?
I just remember now. So I would have been grade 1. There was a girl I liked right in front of me.
Oh, look at this. We got a theme.
You know how it is though. Like if you like a girl, you had to do things that
stupid stuff. Yeah. We have no idea what we're doing.
She had long blonde hair, so I had to always yank on her ponytail. And she turned around and just snarled at you. I kept doing it, and she stood up, turned around, and punched me right square in the face in front of everybody.
Let's just admit that, guys, we have no idea what we're doing. We have no idea what we're doing. Like, this makes sense. What can we do? We like this girl. Let's pull on her hair. Let's throw something at her. Let's dunk her head in the water in the pool. I mean, like, just, stupid stuff. But that's all we got. That's it. Somehow we convince these women to marry us. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly how we do that, but it's kind of wild. Okay, well, that's a decent question. Random question today. Not bad. Some of them are silly. That one was not too bad. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the conference here. Again, 1,900 people. This is the most I've ever had.
It's huge.
I mean, it's almost too many people for 2 days, 2.5 days. I can't get there.
The issue is every time during break, because the urinals, like they're in line up.
Ooh, that's a problem.
It's a huge problem.
That's a problem. The guys' restroom only has 2. I imagine the girls is similar.
15 minutes in line, and there are only 2 urinals.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Out on break, so all right, that's my one thing.
Yeah, that's rough. I'm excited for the exhibit booth to open up. Get to go walk around and talk to some exhibitors and have a good time with that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And every time you go into the exhibit hall, there's somebody, new technology.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's several this year.
You know what else I think is really cool? I'm so, I don't know, everyone's willing to share information, share AI. And now you're seeing a lot of these technology companies actually partner with other ones and basically merge the information together to protect us, especially now with double brokering and fraudulent loads.
Really building kind of super technology and making sure that integrations are there, because that's what's really important. I remember when I sold tech, if there was a lack of integration for a TMS, you're out. So having that integration is really critical. But you see these companies starting to band together and say, hey, together we can do more than just what we can do individually.
Absolutely. And you know what? If there's companies out there that are not on the freight or on the tech trade, man,
they're behind.
A short window to get
I know. I think
there's in a difficult situation.
There's definitely going to be winners and losers. There's no doubt about that. Also, these trade shows, we tend to have a little fun at night. What did you do last night? Anything?
Last night. Actually, I went to the highway event over there at Hard Rock. That was good.
Okay. Yeah.
They're trying to actually, I like what they did. They had dinner there, and we had the opportunity just to walk around and collaborate with them.
Yeah. Shout out to Highway. I got them right here. I like Ike. Love the Highway. Love what they're doing.
Actually, I had a really good chat with Jordan yesterday.
Yeah, phenomenal guy. Yeah, so you get to go to dinner out there. Did you go to the welcome reception? Did you go to the party?
The welcome reception, then with the other one there too, where they're all rolling all these cigars. That was crazy. That must be a mess out there this morning.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I went to 3 parties last night. It was a busy night. I went to the opening reception, then Truck Stop had their little party gathering. That was fun. And then I went to the Taft's Denim party. They were having talking about factoring and had a really cool thing going on. And then I came back and saw some people at the bar. There's a transfer. So I was 4. I guess I went to 4 parties last night. So it was
upstairs to the lounge too. I thought we were just gonna have a quick nightcap. It was
yeah. I may not have hit the pillow till 1, which is late for me.
Actually,
that's late.
I'm like, okay, I'm hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
So I ordered room service.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, maybe 20 minutes. We'll be here. It took an hour.
I had a cold leftover piece of pizza because I was hungry. That's kind of what happened. But so now we had dinner together. So it's cool with Jordan or with Blythe and with Chris and myself.
Yeah,
and
James, our CFO, is going to be there, and Joe Chandler's going to come by as well today.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. We'll get a picture. We'll throw it on LinkedIn. It'll be fine. Yes, we got that going on tonight. There's also, I think, DAT party tomorrow night. Quite a few things are going on.
There's also the Transflow Harry Potter thing.
Yes, I'm going to that. I can't wait. That's actually
you need to be exclusive. There's a pin that
I got it. Look at this. Look at this pin. Check this out. I'm going to go up. Look at that pin. That's a nice pin. Actually, I know it's a Harry Potter themed pin specific for this event that they made. So I'm excited. You got one?
I got one, but my son.
It's not on yet. Okay, but you got one. So I'll see you there. Yeah, that's. I think that's what's fun about these is you get to learn a lot. You get to see some new technology, but then you get to go have a little bit of fun. And that's always worth it. The best one, I think, though, is Manifest. Have you been to Manifest yet?
No, I'm going to go. I saw everybody posting about it. Actually, Blythe was like, you have to go. So next year, that's it. We're going.
That's more of a supply chain show. This is Freight Broker. That's more overall supply chain. But they had Ludacris perform at the end of the event last year. This year, they had Nelly perform at the end of the event. So they're always having a lot of fun. It's a good time. But that's another part about these shows.
Always in September, right?
No, it starts off the year. It's January. Yeah, beginning of the year. So it's coming up. I shout out to Manifest, one of my new sponsors on Word on the Street. So we'll get them on there as well. So partnered with them. Very excited about that. So we got all kinds of announcements we're making. It's all good. Having a good time. All right. So let me ask you this question. I'm going to get specific to talk to those people out there who are thinking about going on their own, freight agents specifically. What's your best advice for them? How can they best get a hold of you? Like, where would that go?
All right. I got to tell you the first thing is listen to the podcast we've done so far. I mean, you'll have some of our agents on there.
Chris has done some.
Chris has probably had 5 or 6 of our agents on there. Listen to the podcast. They're going to tell you the story. They're going to explain how they got into it, their fears. I mean, I think the big thing is just identifying what the fears are. Just betting on yourself. I mean, if you do it, it's a license to print money. You have nothing stopping you at all. You don't have to worry about any cash flow. I mean, that's a huge thing too in this business.
That's huge.
Flow. If you want to scale your business level, you don't have the cash.
That's something I learned recently. Is I never knew this really, but a startup freight brokerage almost can't survive without factoring because of cash flow.
Absolutely.
Like it's a huge issue. So to not have that issue or just all the administrative things going on.
Carriers who look at a new broker coming on board. I mean, they're selective who they want to do business with. They want guarantees they're going to get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
So all these things just make it easy. Basically, you come in with your book of business and it's turnkey. We've perfected. Anita Bassi, our VP of client care, has perfected the onboarding process. Like I can onboard a $10 million agent in a day.
Yeah,
that's how fine-tuned she has it.
Yeah,
and our back office support's phenomenal. 24 hours access to them, but they care and they help our agents. They help our agents grow. They deal with issues when it comes to roads being held hostage, onboarding and care. They do it all.
I'll tell you what I love is the fact that you're not afraid to put your agents out there
Yeah,
Because I think a lot of people would be like, hey, I don't want my agents talking about this or getting exposure because someone might try to peel them off. But I think you and I talked about it. Like, that might be part of your secret sauce is, you know, you treat your agents right, you put them out there, you're not afraid that they're going to get poached. And, you know, they're obviously happy with what you guys are doing.
Joe Chandler, our president, was the biggest thing that he said. He goes, we need to create that stickiness factor
Yeah.
with our agents so that they don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I'm confident putting them out there.
Yeah.
Sharing their story. So, you know what? I think other people can learn from them.
Yeah.
I think this is a model that has so much more potential.
Yeah. And there's that old adage, like, you train people well enough that they can go anywhere, but you treat them well enough that they never want to. And you guys are definitely doing that, you know, with your agents.
I strongly believe that. You know, you provide them with the best technology they can get in the business, and obviously we're continuing to add on to that too. You're not stopping.
Yeah, exactly.
We just got all the right tools and pieces in place right now, and it's perfect.
Yeah, it's cool. So we're gonna have a couple of your agents on. Joe Chandler's gonna be on the show.
Yes.
So we're getting him booked on the show probably June-ish, something like that. So keep your eyes open for that. You can hear that story.
When our agents go, we don't even have an agenda for our agents. They just
tell their story.
There and tell your story.
Yeah.
Share your story.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, they talk about some of the people in the office.
Sure.
Yeah. But honestly, it's about just brand awareness. Just giving them the feel of what it was like. Their fears. They talk about their fears all the time. How they got it, what the stories of them.
Well, and I can relate because I started my LLC in 2018. I did nothing with it until January 2022, just out of kind of fear. It's scary.
It is scary.
But if you have somebody who can help walk you through that, it makes it a lot easier. And I equate it to this. It's like, you remember when you're kids and you go like on the river and there's like a cliff and you guys decide you're going to jump off the cliff, right? And you climb up, you get up there and it's a little bit scarier up top than it looked on the bottom. And maybe your friend jumps off and you're just like, oh, I just can't quite go. But then once you do, you realize, one, it wasn't as bad. In fact, it was pretty fun. And two, you then encourage other people, take the jump. You can do it, right? It's going to be okay.
And I think surrounding yourself with people that are surround yourself with a mentor. Have someone you can talk to about it. That's always helpful.
Incredibly valuable. Incredibly valuable.
Our mentors usually give us the best advice and they know our personalities too. So.
Yeah. We got a question. One of our viewers wants to know: is your onboarding process automated in any way?
Most of it is actually automated in another way. Everything's all online.
Yeah, so it's pretty simple. You said it's pretty easy
It's seamless. But you also have that human touch too, talking with our client care team and developing that relationship. Yeah. And each agent onboarding experience is different to some degree. Yeah. Some agents are tech savvy, man. They pick up the system right away and they just take off and run. Others takes a little bit of time. They want a little bit of shadowing when it comes to picking their loads. So we is it a standard onboarding? No, it's like tailored.
You handhold a little bit as needed and make sure they're comfortable.
It takes them weeks to onboard them, so you know what? That's fine.
Yeah. All right. So if somebody like has a question like this, maybe they're more interested in learning more about it, what's the best way to get a hold of you or somebody at SPI?
Call SPI.
Google them.
Google.
LinkedIn.
I'm big on LinkedIn.
DM on LinkedIn.
You'll be able to find me.
Yeah.
I'm happy to talk to people.
Yeah.
Even if you're just like thinking about not sure, I'll give you good advice. It's all got to be about right fit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna end the show on this.
Yeah.
Do you follow sports? And if so, what's your sport and what's your team?
Oh, my team. NFL football, man.
NFL football. Who's your team?
All right. So funny enough, I'm a huge Chiefs fan.
That is what I'm talking about. Did you say that just because you know?
High five it.
Yeah, high five it.
No, it's interesting. So I have an agent more out in Kansas City.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I've been to 2 Kansas City games and I've tailgated back there.
That's the best, isn't it?
Best experience.
Tailgating at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, there's nothing like it. You know what used to happen? So they had to change the rules because it got so bad. People were buying parking passes, but not a ticket to the game. So the parking lot was getting full of people not going into the game. So the people who bought tickets to the game couldn't park.
No way.
So they said you can't buy a parking pass unless you have a ticket, because people were just parking, setting up their TV, listening to the crowd noise while they watch the game and tailgate. That's how big it is there.
Awesome.
It's crazy. It's such an awesome experience there.
Tailgating at Arrowhead was
Harris Truman is
When
phenomenal.
all of a sudden you're doing the tomahawk chop, it like gives you goosebumps.
Yeah, you feel it. It's one of the best environments to watch. I'm excited that you're a Chiefs fan. That is so excited. Patrick Mahomes. They got 12 draft picks coming up. Draft is next Thursday in Kansas City. I wish I could go. That'd be so good.
Being in Canada, we got a hockey fan, man.
You got to be a hockey fan.
Yeah,
well, who's your team though?
You're
a Canucks fan. Okay, all right.
The Leafs right now are going to have some challenges right now. They already lost game 1. They got booed. They get this. They take their hockey seriously.
Yeah, it's very serious. It's like the Yankees.
Exactly.
Like, you don't perform, you're getting booed. It doesn't matter.
Totally.
I'm kind of a Blues fan. We won our championship a little while back. They're not that great. They didn't make it this year, but we've had a couple
Have
of years.
you ever experienced a hockey game in the U.S. versus Canada? It's completely different.
I know. It's awesome. All right. Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks so much for watching the show today. Again, make sure you come back tomorrow. Word on the Street, noon Central tomorrow. We have the Street Crew right here live. And come back next week on Tuesday and Thursday for some great episodes. Until then, we'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Take care.
That was good. That was awesome.